Question of the day comes from John in Tennessee. How do we create and maintain team culture when our team does not work in one location? I've never done that. I've only observed it done by others. So that most of the things I answer on this show are something I've actually done. So that's my disclaimer to this answer. But I think, number one, you have to work harder at creating culture when you're not all in one location. Being all in one building naturally creates a culture. Some of it's bad sometimes, but it naturally creates a culture. Because people are there, they're going to interact with each other, and we get this rhythm, this flow of behavior inside the organization, and that is the culture. How we treat each other, how we look at the customer, what our core values are, how we handle conflict. All of these different things happen all inside a building. You can't keep it from happening. And that's the beauty of working from work and being in one location. So you've got to you got to spend some extra effort and some extra money when you've got branch offices or whatever we want to call it out there, other locations. I will tell you, I have a good friend, and they do a huge gathering. Now, they're making really good money, and the business is very successful, so caveat that. But they gather everyone and their spouses and take them all to a huge theme park once a year for 2 days. And so what happens is the person at certain location talks to another person in another location but has never met them, but they end up riding a roller coaster together. And now they've talked, and now they've met, and now connection has been born, friendship has been born, trust has been developed. We have found that if we can do anything around Ramsey where people play together and eat together, we spend a lot of money on food. Food creates conversation, and breaking bread together creates connection and trust. And so we'll take certain teams and break them out on retreats. We'll take leadership teams and break them out on retreats, sometimes with spouses, sometimes without. Our operating board for many years did an expensive offsite retreat. Main purpose of that retreat was not planning, was not strategic thinking. That's some of the stuff we did while we were on it, but the main purpose was for us and our spouses to play together. And we would go snow skiing, or we would go to the Caribbean and go diving and fishing or whatever, and to the beach, play beach games, whatever we were doing. And we've done all kinds of stuff together over the years, and it has really created great connectivity with the leadership team. So breaking bread together, movie night. In the old days, several times we would go. You can go, again, I don't know how spread out they are, but if they're spread out all over the United States, some of this might be done digitally. But anytime we can do a quarterly or an annual gathering physically, then that's going to be a huge help. The more often we can be in physical proximity to each other, the easier it is to build culture. And if that's not possible, then we're down to Zooming, and we're down to connectivity, and we're down to just constant high levels of communication. But you've really got to get inside folks' lives and love them well if you're going to create a quality culture. And the more spread out you are, the more difficult it is. It's really harder and harder to be unified the more spread out you are. Again, one of the reasons that the productivity goes down so far when a high percentage of the team is work from home. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.